And now, live from Studio B, it's the Cassandra Show. And here she is, folks, Cassandra.
Time in life of a boy, he moved in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. City lights and business nights, when you require streetcar desire, higher heights. Turn the TV off. No place for beginners or sensitive hearts, when sentiment is left to chance. No place for beginning, but somewhere to start. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Maine, across the north and south to Kilago, love for sale. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Face to face, each classic case, with shadow box and double cross, yet lead the chase. A license to love, insurance to hold. Melt all your memories and change it to gold. His eyes are like angels, but his heart is cold. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Maine, across the north and south to Kilago, love for sale. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Comments. Good evening. Turn the comments on. There we go. There, now I can see. Thank you. Kenny and I are here live in Studio B. There we go. We didn't have the comments turned on. Kenny was a little behind there. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Sometimes it's, it's live, so we're doing the best we can here. That was a little Chardonnay to start the day. This light, look at this light, is haunted. Speaking of hauntings, watch my light. Kenny. Oh, you, okay. I have him multitasking tonight. He's keeping a list and checking it twice. I know. Well, I know that light's a little messed up. It's okay though.
Right.
It could be, maybe there are spirits in here with us. We still want to do our little ghost hunt thing, but we're gonna save that for when it's warm. I think we said that already. Anyway, thank you for joining us here at the Cassandra Show, where for an hour we play and sing songs. Sometimes there's trivia questions. I've added a new segment. Not yet. I've added some new segments. We're not doing them yet. I'm just telling them.
Oh, it's just gonna show it and then take it off it.
No. So our couple new segments, if you were here last week, are soapbox moments, and also featuring a kind of underknown or that's I guess the right word. Musicians, particularly women musicians and black musicians in particular, who we are not. I didn't know some of the women I'll be introducing you to. I didn't know who they were. Some of them, their names I knew, but I didn't know their stories. So that's one segment. I'm not even sure what I'm calling that segment, except Women Power. Maybe we call that Women Power. I don't know. And Soapbox Moments is just a time for me to vent about something that's been bothering me. And this week, Kenny will be joining us. I think he had a subject, but then we thought maybe it was a little too, it could be inappropriate for certain, not that, but it was just, I don't know, I cringed a little of the visual. But see, now you all want to know what that is. So we may or may not put that in. And like I said before, you could be a guest on the show if you wanted to come on and answer a few questions. I may even set up a little game show thing, because I can have multiple guests on this application that I use called Switcher Studio. So if you're somebody that needs to multitask with many people, and it's virtual, this is a great app to use. You can bring in up to 3 or I think maybe up to 10 other people on different cameras. And you don't need to be on this to be on it. I just send invitations to people, and they just can enter from whatever device they're on. They don't have to sign up for anything. So anyway, today more black artists, particularly female black artists or male. So if there's somebody in that category of whose music you dig, type it in the comments, and I will do my best to do it. And also tonight is Jerry Herman night, which I'm going to go right to because I'm afraid that I'll start gabbing because I get so happy to just share things with people that the time keeps on ticking, and my light is not cooperating. And I'm transposing too. So this could be good or bad, I don't know, or indifferent. But this is Jerry Herman. Many people, many of you, friends of mine, are theater people, so you would surely, don't call me Shirley, know what I'm talking about. But this is from one of Jerry Herman's lesser produced shows. Originally it was Robert Preston and Bernadette Peters, and there's some wonderful songs from it. And the first of which I'm going to do is just it's called Wherever He Ain't, and it's a great little bitter girl song or bitter person song. It could be any gender really. So clearly this woman is not happy with him. Gosh, I don't even know if this is going to work, Kenny. I don't know. I'm sorry, I paused because I'm like, this light's really like, okay, here we go. This is called Wherever He Ain't from the musical Mac and Mabel by Jerry Herman. I gotta get my life some sparkle and fizz, and think a thought that isn't wrapped up in his. The place that I consider paradise is wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. No more to wither when he's grouchy and rough. No more to listen to him glitter and bluff. Tomorrow morning I'll be strutting my stuff wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. Enough of being bullied and bossed. Ta-ta, I'll feed a saint and get lost. I walk behind him like a meek little lamb, and have my fill of him giving a damn. I go to Sydney or Salon or Siam, wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. Page turn. I gladly travel where the hurricanes blow. This life's driving me crazy. I'd face the jungle and I'd stop through the snow. As long as I can pack my baggage and go wherever he ain't, wherever he ain't. It's time for little Nell to rebel. If he's in heaven, I'll go to hell. My little lover's in a terrible trap, with me behaving like a simmering sap. And so I'll look for a spot on the map where if he's going south, then I'm going north. If he's going north, then I'm going forth, wherever he ain't. Man, that light really screwed me up here. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something else out. Yeah, anyway, that's Wherever He Ain't from Mac and Mabel. I'll go back to Mac and Mabel when I get a light. So Kenny, if you could go into the other room in the closet, in the guitar room, there's a bunch of lamps in there. You'll see. Open the closet. There's like 3 of them that you brought me from somewhere. They're like similar to these lamps. Yeah, this light is driving me crazy. On and off, on and off. Now watch it'll work. Yep. Now it's working, Kenny, but bring one anyway. Because as soon as I say it's working, you all know what's going to happen there. Yes, Cynthia, that was my next choice. Kenny, it actually is working. But set that up for me. Don't kill yourself. And I'm going to keep using this, but I'm going to keep going, all right? So get perfect. We have a backup light ready to go. It's always good to have backups.
Okay, hold on for a second.
Yeah, I don't need it right now.
Okay, well, I gotta untangle this.
Yeah, just leave it. Just leave it for now. We're good. All right, so this is the second tune for Cynthia. For my friend Cynthia, also from Mac and Mabel, Time Heals Everything. Time heals everything. Time heals everything. Tuesday, Thursday. Time heals everything. April, August. If I'm patient, the break will mend. And one fine morning, the hurt will end. So make the moments last. Autumn, winter, I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through, some Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, autumn, winter, next year, some year. Time heals everything. Time heals everything. But loving you. So make the moments fly. Autumn, winter, I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through, some Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, autumn, winter, next year, some year. Time heals everything. Time heals everything. But loving you. I actually learned that. Well, I never knew that show. I knew Hello Dolly and Name. I don't think I ever knew La Cage aux Folles until I was older. Definitely not this. This is very. I've never heard of this even being produced, except for the original production. I don't know. Can someone else out there answer that without googling it? Does anybody just have that info in their head? Jerry Herman. Jerry Herman's definitely one of my influences when I'm writing, especially show tune type things, for sure. So if you have a Jerry Herman, that was Cynthia's request. Time Heals Everything from Mac and Mabel. I will come back to make Mac and Mabel a little bit. In the meantime, I'm just gonna go to well, we have many directions we could go in here. So I'm just gonna pick a direction. Love it, thanks. You're very welcome. I think I'll go towards the, I don't know, Kenny, we'll do a little disco for you. Kenny's like, huh, already? Yeah, so we have a few tunes. Here's one. Kenny's gotta get your bass going. He's just standing there looking at me like, yep, I'm ready. No, quick. So, we just threw a few things together. We have not been very consistent in our practicing.
Okay.
But, clearly Kenny has a full-time job and I'm doing other things too. And you know how things go. You start to, you're waylaid by so many other things, right? HNJKL. So we're going to do a little disco song that it's actually one of my favorites. So that's kind of the reason we're doing it. Yeah, and I forget the name of the group that does it. All right, should we ask that question? The name of the group, I forget. All right, so I think we may be a little bit wonky with the tune, but my piano's in need of another tune, and Kenny's playing a decent, those aren't the changes because I'm transposing.
Okay.
A, G, F sharp, G, A. Yep, okay, good, we're good, we're good.
Okay.
He gets a little freaked out because it's been a couple hours since we did it.
Every day.
Every day you got practice. That's what I keep telling him. So here's a little love roller coaster. Just a little jam from Kenny and I, our little disco tune. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Roller coaster of love. Roller coaster. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Roller coaster of love. Roller coaster. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Roller coaster of love. Roller coaster. Roller coaster. It's so high. Of love. Sing along at home. Roller coaster. Ooh, 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 ooh. Your love is like a roller coaster, baby, baby. All you do is ride. Why don't you ride, child? Your love is like a roller coaster, roller, baby. All you do is ride. That's my favorite part. We're gonna do it again. Roller coaster of love. Roller coaster. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's so high. Roller coaster of love. Roller coaster. Kenny's so concentrated. Of love. You should see his face. Love is like a roller coaster ride, baby, ride. Your love is like a roller coaster, baby. All you do is ride. Sorry, that's me. Roller coaster. what do we end on? Okay, we're gonna go Grateful Dead now. I saw Debbie come on here, my friend Debbie. We're gonna get all yeah, we're gonna do that. As spring approaches, I don't know why the Dead make me think of spring. Maybe it's because of their free spirit and all that improving. You know, I remember going to the Further Festival down when it was called Great Woods and not like the name of some bank and company, Great Woods. And I saw the Further Festival that was with Mickey Hart and God, who else was on that tour? Arlo Guthrie was there though, and I'm telling you right now, Alice's Restaurant, I mean, there may have been some other factors involved. I don't, give full disclosure, but I'm pretty sure that went on for like a half an hour. It just went on and on. Alice's Restaurant is very good. Yeah, so there's a little roller coaster. What else do we have? Since you're already geared up, we'll do a little Sly and the Family Stone, Kenny and I. This is always good for, it's got a great message. Given everything that's going on, we're going to take a moment in a little bit, but in the meantime, we're going to do this little song. So, 1, G's, 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 G's. 1, 2, ready, and. Sometimes I'm right, and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the baker, the drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. There is the blue one who can't accept the green one, for living with a fat one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks. He's really rocking it. So on and on one note. Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo. Da, da. That one he could do. We got to live together. I am no better, and neither are you. We are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out what bag I'm in. I am everyday people. You got one note, you should sing. There is a long hair who doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one wouldn't help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks. So on and so on, and Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo. Sha sha, we got to live together. I am everyday people. He has one note to play. I'm like, could you play the note and sing a few parts maybe? If you saw him over here, this is what I really miss, that we really should have another camera pointing at Kenny over here so you can see the antics that are happening. Like, not even during songs, like just all the time, right? But he just rocked out so, that would have made a lovely little SNL routine. Because he was getting into that one note, really, really. It's hard to keep a straight face when that shit's going on, right? But that's good, right? Laughter's good. We need more laughter. So in a few minutes, I'm going to talk about this woman, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, who is another musician. Last week, I highlighted Hazel Scott, an amazing pianist, also under-recognized. And this week, it is Sister Rosetta Tharpe. So I'm going to get to her in a few minutes. In the meantime, anybody have any requests? It could be anything, really. The themes this week were, Black artists. Could be anybody. There's so many of them. I mean, I concocted this little list over here. And then, somehow, Sly and the Family Stone, right? Yeah. But Motown, I was kind of headed in that direction, too. Because, I love Motown. I started with a little Sade. So wide ranges there. Tracy Chapman, Tina Turner, Alicia Keys, Aretha. Did I say Aretha already? Marvin Gaye. Oh, that's a good one. Stevie. All right, you know what? I'll do this. I always feel like when I do this tune that things don't always go right. So maybe I just need to practice it more with you people around. So if you're here, please. Oh God, this is in a different key than I did it in. Maybe it's better in the harder key. We'll see. See what I mean? Let's do that again, or maybe not. You know what? I'm gonna see. I'm usually determined to go. You know, that was just what Kenny's like. No, come on. Oh, yeah. See, that's screwed. That's I bear it all on my arm, but that's yeah. I do it in C normally, and this is in the key of B. Like B, how many sharps can you put in a song? That's how I feel. I'm like, that's not how I know it. Watch, if I went and did it in C right now, it would make a liar out of me because I would be all thumbs with it too. I'm sure, because now it's in my head. Oh, thanks for the vote of confidence. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Kevin. He's just razzing me. Don't you know, talking about a revolution and it sounds like a whisper. Don't you know, talking about a revolution and it sounds like a whisper. While they're standing on the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of the armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, they talk about a revolution and it sounds like a whisper. All people gonna rise up and get their share. All people gonna rise up and take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. So you better run, 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 run. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Yes, finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Oh no. Talking about a revolution. Oh no. Talking about a revolution. Oh no. We're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of the armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, they're talking about a revolution. It sounds like a whisper. Finally, the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Yes, finally, the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Oh, no, no. Talking about a revolution. Oh, no, no. Talking about a revolution. Oh, no, no. Little Tracy Chapman. She used to play in the subway stations in Harvard Square. I'm sure many of you know that. Many. This kind of goes with that song, so. Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know, got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Don't talk to me so you can see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, what's going on? so many of these songs actually are I'm being led to them because of things that are going on and have been going on here in this country and in the world, and COVID and Black Lives Matter and transgender and don't say gay. And I'm gonna always say it live on my show that all people matter, yes, but Black Lives Matter, and particularly in this where we are right now. Actually, this is a great segue to another Jerry Herman show that I'm just going to pull out because it's perfect. I get so concerned with some of this rhetoric I'm hearing, not hearing rhetoric, but actual legislation to make it, illegal for parents to assist their transgender children, and for there to be no teaching of anything about people being gay and having two moms or two dads. I get that parents want to control what their kids hear, but we need to make things more normal and not normal, like everybody, LGBTQI, and whatever else we haven't discovered as human beings. I always say that for me anyway, we are what we are. I'm looking at La Caja Faux here, which I'm going to do this song because it really, I'm not a drag queen, but for some reason this song has always spoken to me from La Caja Faux. Let me just see if I have the right page here. I digressed, but wait, is this what I'm thinking of? Oh yes. But I've always identified with this song because it's really about owning yourself. The whole show, La Caja Faux, is a really wonderful show, and this is called A Little More Mascara, and it's about identifying. You'll get it. If you haven't seen it, you'll get it from the lyrics, hopefully. I'm a straight woman singing it, but it has meaning for me too, just clearly in a different way. Once again, I'm a little depressed by the tired old face that I see. Once again, it is time to be someone who's anyone other than me. With a rare combination of girlish excitement and manly restraint, I possession my precious assortments of powders and pencils and paint. So whenever I feel that my place in the world is beginning to crash, I apply one great stroke of mascara to my rather limp upper lash, and I can cope again. Good God, there's hope again. When life is a real bitch again, and my old sense of humor is up and gone, it's time for the big switch again. I put a little more mascara on. When I count my crow's feet again, and tired of this perpetual marathon, I put down the John seat again and put on a little more mascara, and everything's sparkle dust, bagel beads, ostrich plumes, and everything's beaded flash that you look through. 'Cause when I feel glamorous, elegant, beautiful, the world that I'm looking at is beautiful too. When my little road has a few bumps again, and I need something level to lean upon, I put on my sling pumps again, and when this ugly duckling is a swan, so when and put a little more mascara on. And everything's ankle straps, Malibu, Shalimar. It's worth sucking in my gut and girdling my rear. 'Cause everything's ravishing, sensual, fabulous. When Alvin is tucked away and Jaja is gone. When everything slides down the old tubes again, and my L-steam is about to drift, I slip on my fake boobs again, and literally give myself a lift. So when it's cold and when it's bleak, I simply rouge the other cheek. I can face another day in slipper satin lingerie to make depression disappear. I screw some rhinestones in my ear and put my brooches and tiara and a little more mascara It's much better done by really. Oh, you got stuck in a snowstorm? That's my brother-in-law. Can you believe we're still dealing with snow? Well, you just missed a real showstopper there, a little more mascara from La Cage aux Folles, also written by Jerry Herman. So we're in the Jerry Herman category here. So I'm gonna go to. Some of you may have gone and seen Hello Dolly when it was revived recently with the fabulous Bette Midler. Of course, Carol Channing. Many people played Dolly. Carol Channing, I think most people. So here's a little song from Hello Dolly, Before the Parade Passes By. Also by Jerry Herman. Do you sense a theme happening? It's a theme, people! So if you have another Jerry Herman song you like to hear, or anything really, I don't care. And actually, before I do this Jerry Herman song, you can write it down. I'm going to introduce this artist who has since passed away, but I think it's important for us to have Black history all the time. So every week I'm going to highlight either a Black artist, female, or male, and then there's so many that we don't know. So Kenny's going to go up there and scroll under thanks for watching. You could put up that woman's picture there. And this person here, and you can also scroll up again. I have a thing for her name. Go up. No, up, the other way. Right. She's the purple. No, yeah. Yes, so that is Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And Sister Rosetta Tharpe is known as the godmother of rock and roll. So, we all know the famous guys, but there are all these women who were playing and singing and writing and touring and were these people's inspirations and mentors. So, she's probably one of the most important people in music history because of what she did. She picked up the guitar at age 4. We have a picture of her with a guitar on the left. Go. Perfect. At the age of 4, and she came from a family of evangelists, church singers, excuse me, and cotton pickers. And by the age of 6, she was touring with her mother, who toured around. She was a traveling evangelist, so they went around and she played guitar with her mother. And mostly, gospel music, because that's what was in the churches, right? So she and her mother ended up in Chicago. I did quite a bit of research on her, but I didn't learn everything about her. So what I'm encouraging people with these little moments that I'm going to do every show is, go check out online, YouTube, or go read more about them, or go listen to her play, Sister Rosetta Tharpe. She was in the 40s and the 60s was when she really cultivated her her mashing up. She's a masher of stompin' gospel and electric blues rock guitar. And using spiritual lyrics and electric guitar was, nobody was doing that. She had 17 albums. Like Kenny and I go shopping probably every 2 weeks or so for vinyl, and I've never gone to the blues section to look for this woman because I've never heard of her. Kenny had heard of her, but I don't think he knew as much as we found out today about her. So she has 17 albums. You can go the one to the right of her. Right, up. There you go. Right, she has 17 albums and quite a few really amazing live performances. And she was crucial in the formation of like what we know as rock and roll guitar playing. She was, these following artists cite her as influence: Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, Little Richard, Chuck Berry. Also Bonnie Raitt, one of our more modern blues players, probably the best woman blues player that is familiar to the general public. There's more out there that aren't famous, but you get the gist, right? And Aretha Franklin also cites her as an inspiration. She was actually inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018. 2018, right? And I think it was Bonnie Raitt who said she was criminally underrated for decades, right? Some of her songs are gospel songs. Up Over My Head, Up Above My Head, Down by the Riverside, This Train, and Didn't It Rain? And she took gospel outside of the church and took it into rock and roll, right? So you could go to the picture of her where she's older on the left there. She, got a little bit bigger there. But as she grew up, she began fusing Delta blues, New Orleans jazz, gospel music into what would become her signature style. She also, I found out, was a queer woman, clearly back in a time where it was not only hard to be a black woman, but she was also queer on top of it. And she toured with her partner, which I just really thought that was amazing. NPR's article, and I couldn't quote the author who wrote some of the stuff that I found online today when I was researching her and listening to her music. She was really a fearless black artist. So you could go back to me and take that, yeah. So, if you have a chance, I'm going to post a link to one of her songs or one of her YouTube things. I didn't want to share it on the show because sometimes with these things, there are copyrights involved and people sharing on YouTube. So, whatever. You should go check her out. Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And I have a couple tunes that I'm prepared that, she definitely would have jammed out on the guitar with. And I was going to do them, but I think I'm just going to let you go find. Here, I'll do this one because this one I feel like fits the vibe of the moment of all that's going on. So let me see, where did I put that? Yeah, any requests, put in the comment or say hello. We love hellos here. Key. Let's do this key. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study no war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Gonna study no more no more. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Study no war no spiritual, but you really should check her out, listen to her guitar playing, because it's pretty out of sight. So next week I'm going to do another artist. I'm not going to give them away because I just want to introduce them to you. Some of them I've known about, and some of them I had no clue until I went looking up certain artists that other people recommended to me. And in that, you know, I went down these paths to find these artists. I have a whole book of black composers, female composers, of stuff I've never seen. And there's only 2 of the women whose names I actually know. I think there's probably at least 15 female composers in that group. So that just shows you how much has gotten lost. And I really feel as a musician and a female that I want to raise up these stories a little so we don't forget where rock and roll came from. I mean, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, they weren't the first. This all came from the Delta Blues. You know, Bessie Smith, Sippy Williams? No.
Sippy cup.
No, it's not. Come on now. That's it. You're right. Sister Rosetta Tharpe. I'll post, like I said, I'll post the video I found on YouTube. I think it really is kind of quintessential. So here's another artist that I really love too. So if you get a chance, and if you don't have any recordings of Miss Billie Holiday singing, you should get some. Because it wasn't just the tunes she sang, it was her voice. Her voice is really just, I have a new old vinyl I bought, and I put it on the other morning, and it really just evoked a whole nother time. And her voice, it just really, I can't even describe how it made me feel, like physically, viscerally warm. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, this is God Bless the Child, which she actually wrote with Arthur Herzog, who's a famous songwriter himself. And that God shall get them that's not shall lose. So the Bible said, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, God bless a child that's got his own, that's got his own. Yes, the strong get small, while the weak ones fade. Empty pockets don't ever make the grade. Oh no, your mama may have, your papa may have. God bless a child that's got his own, that's got his own. You've got lots of friends crowding round the door. When you're gone and you're spending ends, they don't come no more. Oh, which relations give. They give you crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but don't take too much. Oh, Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. God bless the child who's got his own. That says a lot. I used to, no, they're not watching the show, but it used to be the only jazz tune I could pull out if I sat in with friends of mine back at Ithaca College. My friend Chip and Dan, Chip and Dale. It sounds like the two, but it's not. It's Chip and Dan. My friend Dan, who's an outstanding saxophonist, he teaches at Berkeley, plays with a bunch of groups. He's a really talented composer and a friend of mine. And my friend Chip, who's a marimbist, who lives down in the DC area, also a great jazzer. And you know, there's I think it was the Ramada when I was at Ithaca College downtown, was the Ramada. Debbie, do you remember? Monica does, I'm sure. We would go there, but the only tune I felt comfortable playing was "God Bless the Child." That was before I was so intimidated by lead sheets, which just gives you the melody and the chords. So you need to know your chords, and you need to know voicings, and I was very intimidated by that, even though I could play Rachmaninoff and Shostakovich and shit. No. Anyway, you got stuck in a snowstorm. How can you get stuck? I mean, it's March, really. It's because you guys live in Buffalo. It's Lancaster, not Depew. I was about to say Depew, but it's not. Oh my! All right, so let's see. How about another show tune? I was about to do "Hello, Dolly." Oh, and it's time almost. I think we might go over a few minutes, Kennelly. All right, so here's another one more. Let's see, what did I do? Let's see, blah blah, and he, and who, and ha ha ha, and I did Lacage. I did Mac and Mabel. All right, so then I'll go back to what I was going to do before I was speaking about our guest historical appearance. So here's "Before the Parade Passes By" from "Hello, Dolly." Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get in step while there's still time left. Before the parade passes by. Sorry. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I had enough of just passing by life. With the best of them, with the rest of them, I can hold my head up high. For I got to go again, I got to drive again. I'm gonna feel my heart coming alive again. Before the parade passes by. Look at the crowd up ahead. Listen and hear that brass harmony growing. Look at the crowd up ahead. Pardon me if my old spirit is growing. All of the lights over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. When the whistle blows and the thunder crash and the sparklers light the sky, I'm gonna raise a roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old guitar. Before the parade passes by. It goes on. I stopped it. I ended it early because it goes into like more ensemble stuff and the key keeps changing. Yeah, I didn't say some. There was one lyric in there that I totally mucked up, and as I said it, I was like, "That's not right." But you were probably not paying attention, and if you were, it was "And the Cymbals Crash." It's inevitable that once a week I mess something up, but we're not about a perfection here. We'll just share some tunes, and if there's something you want to hear, I'll play it. Oh, my soapbox moment. Oh. We can't, we got, okay, so we've come to okay, so this week, my soapbox moment is people on the train who don't have headphones. All right, sometimes it's not a big deal, and sometimes it is. I mean, I've heard everything in every language. People, I want to start carrying, like the airlines have those headphones you can throw away, just little earplugs or something. I want to go up to these people and just say to them, here, I think if you put them in your ear, you'll hear better and you won't piss the rest of us off. But I think, that could be very dangerous in the times we live in. But I'm telling you, there's no time that I haven't gotten on the train and somebody's listening to their Netflix drama that they're streaming, or the conversation with a small child, international call, so that there's glips and jips and bips, or their music. Some people just like flat out, full out conversations, but loud enough that everybody hears it. This is why they make quiet cars. So I was thinking to myself, what if the MBTA made a quiet car? I'm like, listen, that would never work. I mean, because the way it is right now, people also don't pay attention to people leaving the train and going on the train. And I noticed in one of the new cars, the green line, there are etiquette signs that come up on one of those screens. Etiquette tips for riding the train. And every time I see them, I'm like, really? Okay, because nobody on the train right now is even reading that. And number two, they're all breaking the rule. Because people are standing with their backpacks on when it's crowded, or they don't let people off, or they're listening to their music, or watching their Netflix series, or talking to their mother, or ordering their, hemorrhoid cream without headphones on. So I don't know why I came up with that little tidbit, but I just thought, I've heard a lot of personal information, and I think we've moved that way as a society. Clearly, with Facebook and social media, we all know, and everybody's posting, and everybody's playing, and everybody's selfieing and taking pictures and all of that. It's just a product of all that. But I'm just saying on my soapbox tonight that I can't stand it anymore. And that's it. Thank you. That's the little theme music that I just made up right now. Can you tell? Yeah, we're also going to be doing a new feature of make up a song on the spot. That's coming soon. And like I said, every week I'm just going to feature somebody who I think more people should know who this person is. I guess we have come to the end of the show. Kenny had a soapbox, but he seems a little maybe shy now. Yeah, but that's okay. I didn't even have to mention it. I didn't want to put pressure on you. But as Ray Charles said. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. What you say? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh, woman, won't you treat me so mean? You're the meanest old woman that I ever seen. I guess you said it, so I'd have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more. you come back no more. Don't you? Now, baby, listen, baby, don't you treat me this way, for I'll be back on my feet someday. Oh, baby, listen, don't you treat me this way. Oh, you got no money and you just ain't no good. I guess if you say so, I have to pack my goods on the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Don't you come back no more. And don't you come back no more. That's my friend Jeffrey Hartman. Are you still in Germany? Yeah. My friend Jeffrey Hartman is a wonderful opera singer, and it looks like I am so glad I can't sleep. It's so good to see you. It's so nice to see you. We did a bunch of tunes already. We're going to sign off soon, but I feel like I should, I don't even know. Oh, I know. We could do one more black artist. This would be great. I think this is a good way to end the night. And Kenny and I have our little closing number too, but I think we did a little disco before, but I think this is clearly, I'm trying to find it before I give the segue. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, all right, I went the wrong way. Here we go. Right, this is clearly, here's the segue. Ready? The Last Dance. Last dance, last chance for love. Yes, it's my last chance for romance tonight. I need you beside me, by me, to guide me, to hold me, to scold me, 'cause when I'm bad, I'm oh so bad. So let's dance, the last dance, let's dance, the last dance, let's dance, the last dance tonight. Last dance for love. Yes, it's my last dance for romance tonight. Oh, I need you by me, beside me, oh, to guide me, to hold me, to school me, 'cause when I'm bad, I'm oh so bad. So let's dance, the last dance, let's dance, the last dance, let's dance, the last dance tonight. I can't be sure that you're the one for me. All that I ask is that you dance with me, dance with me, dance with me. Yeah, let's dance for love. Yes, it's my last dance, romance tonight. Oh, I need you by me, beside me, oh, to guide me, to hold me, to school me, 'cause when I'm bad, I'm oh so bad. So let's dance, the last dance, let's dance, the last dance, oh, let's dance, the last dance tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We're here every week. The only times I missed was when I was in the hospital with my aneurysm, and that's just because we couldn't get a piano into the ICU. We did ask. I did ask, and they looked at me like, "No, you're not doing that yet. It's too soon, too soon." And then a week after I got home from the hospital, I did start my show again. So we only lost a few days. Our friends Sid and Nancy Goldman have been nice enough to step in a couple of times. Once when we were in the Catskills, because that's where they used to play, and once, gosh, I forget. I don't remember. Do you? They're funny. We're not sure if they're going to be available anymore because now that things are open, they're working more. I think. Right, I'm pretty sure. They're down in Florida. There's a lot of things going down in Florida. Great performer she was. Oh yeah, Donna Summer's one of my favorites. I have a couple. She went to church every week with her mother. Every week she went to church in Dorchester with her mother. I was always really impressed by that. Not that you don't have to be a church person to appreciate spending time with your mother. Of course, some of our mothers are mothers, but aren't we all? Music brings such joy in the hospital. Oh, I know it does. I wanted to do an exit song too. I am not dead yet. I can sing it, I can sing it, but I thought that'd be a little rough for the other ICU patients. You gotta laugh about it though sometimes because it is sometimes a tragedy. Because life's sitting at home. Da-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Da-dee-da-dum-da. That's a nice sentiment to leave with. So listen, we want to. Can you scroll down and put up the flag? Right. So let's all just remember this. Yes. Right. So we're just sending good thoughts out to the people of Ukraine. Most of my friends are hip to so many different things, but I know that I over the last week have heard of many organizations of which depending on what you want to donate, you can donate. Short of picking up arms and going there, which I think they're discouraging Americans to do. But if you had a citizenship in Ukraine, I think that they would totally let you do that. I feel like every time I turn on the news, it looks like old footage. Like, is this really happening in 2022? And I'm like, so many other crazy things have happened that I'm like, yeah, actually, yes. So in this case, we have Putin, who's clearly the oppressor, and the Ukrainian people who are the oppressed. So it's just the age-old shit. Really. And I always am a believer in that love will conquer it. We may not see, the karma is a funny thing. I don't think it always comes when we want it to or where you can see it. But I just send out prayers and good thoughts to the people of Ukraine, and I hope you do too. And if there's something you can do, let's just do it. Right? And let's stand up for our transgender friends, whether it's not something to agree with or not agree with, it's what people are. And don't say gay. Well, I think we should just all resist all of that stuff. So stay tuned next week. Kenny and I are going to do our last song. You can go back to, I was going to play that anthem, but I did it last week. So here's Kenny and my. This is our closer. We're going to do, just send you, happy thoughts because life is. Nice job on the bass. This is Kenny if you have not seen him. I don't know if Jeff has met you. I think I was doing opera dinners before I met you. So you did not meet him up at the inn. That's where, he's a friend of Tim's.
Tim's, right.
Well, he's my friend too.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Anyway, we send you all our best. And we'll see you next week here at 8 o'clock at the Cassandra Show if there's a special request. And we didn't do prizes tonight. All right, so here's the question, but you have to answer it before, and you can't Google it. And if you want a prize before, you can't win. Or you can, I don't care. I want you, name me 2 other musicals besides Mame, Hello Dolly, La Cage aux Folles, and what's the other one I did? And Mac and Mabel. Mac and Mabel, Hello Dolly, Mame, and La Cage aux Folles. Name me 2 other musicals that Jerry Herman wrote. You have till the end of this song. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. All right, before we sign off, we're gonna stay here for a moment. 2 musicals. This will be the prize. I promise prizes, and here it is. Anybody know the answer? 2 musicals that Jerry Herman, or 1 musical that I didn't cover tonight. These are obscure questions. So, but if you can get it before the end of this little piece, otherwise, type the answer. You may have won. But see, I'm gonna question whether you actually Googled it or if you actually knew it. Oh, you do. But you won a prize, Suzanne. This is for people who haven't won a prize. See, it gets harder because it's down to people right now who may not know show tunes, right? So I may offer, 1 question a week, but in this case, for sure, milk and honey. But you you already won a prize. So yes, you are correct. And since we finished the song, the time was up anyway. Ding ding, you are the winner, Suzanne, but you already won, so you can't win a prize twice. Next week, I'll have a few questions that are more on the rock and roll side, just to appeal to some other people. I feel like I ask a lot of musical theater questions, because I think that's what most of us are, but I'm not sure about that either. So anyway, until next week.